Navaratri. So let's all focus on building our spiritual power. First, exhalation. So deep inhalation and focus only on the breath. So mind should not wander anywhere. It should be focused on the breath. Inhalation, retention, and exhalation. So relax the entire physical body and the mind. By focusing on the breath, you're going to remove any unnecessary thoughts. And by doing proper pranayama, you'll be able to relax the entire physical body. So when the physical body and the mind are fairly relaxed, raise the thought, at least during this period of dhyanam. So Mahaprabhu used to say, at least do 2 to 3 minute dhyanam every day. At least during this period, realize that there is a supreme principle, which is the supreme consciousness principle, which is responsible for all our actions. All our cognitions cannot happen without the supreme consciousness principle, the cognition, awareness, knowledge. Everything happens only because of consciousness. And how do you realize this? Only through the Upanishad mantras. So today we'll take the Kenopanishad mantra. It says that the consciousness principle, that is the substratum of all knowing, is Brahman. Pratibodha viditam matam amritatvam hi vindate atmana vindate virtyam vidyaya vindate amritam. So the mantra points out clearly that pratibodha viditam matam, bodham bodham pratibodham. You're not even aware of the fact that there is a continuous stream of cognition happening in the mind. You're exposed to so many things around you through Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasagandham. All the 5 principles called Vishayam. which is the object of sense organs, organs of knowledge. And so all that continuously hitting the mind, and the mind is able to cognize, decide what to do, what not to do, depending on your samskaras, your what? Hard coding, your software that is there inside. That is firmware that is there that makes you react to all situations around. So bodham pratibodham, continuous cognition that happens is because of the presence of consciousness. That is the substratum of the mind. So pratibodha viditam matam amritatvam hi vindate. Once you are able to dissociate yourself from all the matter principles around you, that means the universe and the physical body, then the intellect, mind, sense organs, you will understand that there is this pure consciousness as the principle behind everything. Once you realize that supreme consciousness, what happens? Amritatvam hi vindate. He, verily, the knowledge, the realization of the supreme consciousness principle will lead you to immortality. No more cycle of samsara, birth and death. So what happens? When this knowledge is available to you, when you're alive, and you are leading the rest of your life with Atma Jnanam, Atmana Vindate Viryam. See, you need to understand that there is a mental power that guides all our actions, all our physical actions, all our thoughts are guided by some strong force in the mind, the mental power. That will get fortified. Atmana Vindate Viryam. Atma Jnanam will give you special strength. Atma Balam, that is beyond all strength. Beyond the strength that can be acquired by either puja, japa, jhana, homa, or anything, or reading something, or psychological sessions, whatever you want to do. This Atma Jnanam is the greatest mental power. Spiritual power is the greatest power. Knowledge is equal to power. Absolute knowledge. Absolute knowledge of supreme consciousness is absolute power. Atmana Vindate Viryam, which means what? You can face anything in this life when you're alive. Vidyaya Vindate Amritam, realization. So Jnanam gives you Atma Balam, Vijnanam, realization, Vidyaya Vindate Amritam. So same thing is reiterated that you will attain immortality, no more subject to this Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam. So there are only two critical paths that you can do when you are alive. What are they? One, attain Brahma Jnanam by constant focus, consistent study of Vedanta Shastras, or learn the process, the methodology to remember Bhagavan at the time of death, so that you can reach some higher worlds. From there, you can easily study this Shastra again. You have to do it anyway, that you have to study again, but that is the second best option. Anything else is a distant third. So let's understand how to remember Bhagavan at the time of death. That is a topic in each chapter. Let's start the class. Shri Guru Pyo Namaha Hari Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parambrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Shaje Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Sadashiva Samarambham Shankara Acharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Srutismriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpada Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashyakatam Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine व्योमवत्याप्त देहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः अपार करुणा सिंधुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं श्रीचन्द्रशेखर गुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्महम्. So for the next 4 classes, including this class, we will chant those select shlokas of Devi Mahatmyam. Last year during Navaratri, I put all on the website. This time no one asked, so I have not put it. So unless you think it is useful and request it, I am not going to post it. So we will chant it as part of the 4 classes. It is the 5th chapter of Devi Mahatmyam, divided into 4 different groups. It starts with Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Shri Durgaye Namaha, Shri Lakshmi Namaha, Shri Saraswati Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Vishnumayeti Shabdita. Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Chetanetyabhidiyate. Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Buddhirupena Samsthita. Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Nidrarupena Samsthita. Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Kshudharupena Samsthita. Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Chhayarupena Samsthita. Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let's all chant Yam Brahma. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunvanti Dimyaistamaihi Vedai Sangha Padakramopanishadair Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanavasthita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yoginaha Yasyantam Namidusura Suraganaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Om Shri Krishnaya Paramatmane Namaha. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Shri Saraswati Namaha. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Teshamevanukampartham Aham Ajnanajam Tamaha Nashayamyatma Bhavasthaha Jnanadipena Bhasvata Jyotishamapi Tajyotihi Tamasah Paramuchyate Jnanam Gnesham Jnanagamyam Hridi Sarvasya Vishtitam Nahi Jnanena Sadrisham Pavitramiha Vidyate Tatsvayam Yoga Samsiddhaha Kalenatmani Vindati Jnanena tu tadajnanam Esham nashitamatmanaha Tesham adityavajnanam Prakashayati tatparam Yathaidhamsi samidhogdihi Bhasmasat kuruterjuna Jnanagnis sarvakarmani Bhasmasat kurute tatha Yasya sarve samarambhaha Kama sankalpa varjitaha Jnanagni karmanam Tamahu panditam buddhaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Atha Srimad Bhagavad Gita Ashtamodhyayaha Akshara Brahma Yogaha. Om Narayana Parom Vyaktate Andamam Vyakta Sambhavam Andasyantaspi me lokaha Saptadvipacha medini. Om. So all chant shloka number 5, chapter number 8. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Antakale cha mameva Smaran muktma kalevaram Yah prayati samadbhavam yati nastyatra samshayah. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hardam Swagatam. Hearty welcome to the next session on the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which is called as what? Akshara Brahma Yoga. During this auspicious time of Navaratri, we'll try and understand what Bhagavan is trying to explain in terms of life after death and what is the best destination you can reach after death. What is the condition? If you do not get Brahma Jnanam, then that is the second best possibility that you should avail yourself of. So, in the initial 4 shlokas, what is the context? Arjuna asked the question about 6 technical terms. Write down. Vedanta Paribhasha. These are all technical terms. And Bhagavan gave the answer for these 6 technical terms. What are they? Kim tad brahma, kim adhyattam, kim karma purushottama. Adhidevam cha kim proktam, adhiyajnam, kim uchyate. Adhibhutam, adhidevam and adhiyajnam. These 6 terms. Adhi means what? Related to, with respect to, connected to. Okay. So, all the answers you know. I don't want to go into the answers. But now understand why these 6 terms have been called out and why Bhagavan only introduced this in the previous chapter, 7th chapter. If you remember, Arjuna had no great brains to ask about this. So Bhagavan himself laid the foundation about the 6 terms, saying that whoever is trying to take the path of Vedanta, study Vedanta Shastra and get Brahma Jnanam, in the process will understand about these 6 terms. And what are these 6 terms? These 6 terms are pretty much explaining the basic infrastructure in which you as a Jiva is born. You as a Jiva is born and you have to do certain actions systematically. That's called karma. And what? With Adhiyajna, Mahavishnu, Bhagavan as the goal. And if you do your karmas properly, you will get Chitta Shuddhi. It means what? You will get purity of mind, which will lead you over a period of time to sit and think. So please understand, if you actually sit down and think deeply, the entire process of your Janma or your life is to constantly mend your matter principle. Your physical body, the mind, the intellect and everything is being sharpened, purified, properly mended to finally realize the absolute truth with the help of mind, which is the matter principle. Arun, you understand what I'm saying? The same mind which is totally involved in worldly activities and getting ensnared by Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsaryam has to be first rectified to follow the path of Dharma. And then after following Dharma, doing all the karmas properly, Kayikam karma, Vachikam karma, Manasam karma, then do Karma Yoga, attain Chitta Shuddhi, study Vedanta Shastra, and then understand that principle which is beyond Dharma or Adharma. So, look at the process. First, you're all adharmic people. Then you have to do Dharma. Then you have to go beyond Dharma and Adharma, which is in the region of Karma. Anyatra Dharmat, Anyatra Dharmat. Anyatra Asmat, Krita Krita. Very wonderful mantra. Vimal Vishwanathan, visiting professor. V. Come to class regularly. Okay. Anyatra dharmat, anyatra adharmat. Beyond dharma and adharma. That means what? The supreme consciousness, Brahma Tattvam, is beyond the realm of action. Because dharma is equal to karma. Dharma also is another karma. Wrong karma. Anyatra asmat kritat akritat. It is beyond action or no action. To understand that, study Upanishad systematically. Anyatra bhutacha bhavyacha. It is beyond the past, present, and future. Beyond time. Go back to the introduction to this particular chapter. You know that Brahman which is beyond time. And what is time itself is a big question mark. We think time is what? We are looking at the watch. Today there is watch. What kind of watch? All of switch on cameras. Today there is what? It is also this, smart watch. LV sir. Smart watch. That's why when you go to visit Kashi Vishwanath temple, they ask you to remove all the watches. Correct? Watch could they won't allow you. Because Bhagavan is beyond time. That's why no watch is required there. That is the principle. Understand? Okay, anyway. So, beyond time, krita kritat anyatra bhutacha bhavyacha yatra pashyasi tadvada. So the small boy is asking. We should feel ashamed that we keep on running around life after life. Even after 80, 90 years, we don't even think about the ultimate reality. Parame Brahmani Kopina Saktaha. That's why Acharya, even at the age of 32, achieved everything. He's lamenting that nobody wants to think about Brahman. They're all jolly well enjoying this world, enjoying Madi. So, that is what you understand. What? You have understood that. The small boy is saying, you have understood. Please explain that to me. Which means for an earnest seeker, there is a way. If you are not earnest, even if it is in front of you, you will not get it. And how should you understand that? Through your own mind. Manasaivedam aptamyam nehana nasti kinchana mrityos samrityum apnoti yaihana neva pashyati. So, the same mind. Manasa eva idam aptavyam. So I keep repeating, it is not magic, it is not meditation, it is not inner engineering, it is not art, not some nonsense. It is clear application with dharmic mind, the purified mind, sitting in front of the teacher and studying Vedanta Shastra systematically for a significant period of time. Because I told you, this magnetism that has engulfed our mind, this Maya, has to be demagnetized, and you have to remagnetize with Atma Jnanam, and that is the process. Nanya Pantha Ayanaya Vidyate. Enna Ram Subhu? Nanya Pantha Vidyate Yanaya. There is no other way. You can stand upside down, there is no other way. So Bhagavan is saying here, that infrastructure has been provided to you. Use that infrastructure, follow the process, understand Brahman and get moksham. If you cannot do that, sir, this Brahma Jnanam looks very, very unimaginable. It is not cognizable. Yatra adresham agraham agotram avaranam. So everything is no form, no shape, no color, no smell, no taste. So much we are involved with all these 5 sense organs that for us everything, something you should see which is pleasurable. Nice color, nice form, or it should be pleasurable to ear, to hear, or smell, taste. So if something is not there that doesn't have all these things, we are not interested. Correct? See, I keep saying, even in the theater when you go, Ken, suppose they call all of you, and I'm going to put the best picture, the greatest picture, $100 you all pay. Now, Madhu Harish, I'll make you sit there for 1 hour, only the screen is being shown. I'll not show any picture. Will you all come? 1 minute, 2 minutes, then you'll get up and you go away. Correct? What is going to happen on top of that? What is happening on top? Is it real or unreal? Krishna, tell me. What is happening on top of that is totally unreal. And we are interested in seeing the unreal. What is the only reality? The only reality is the screen. We don't want to understand that. So that is how this life goes. Looks like a joke, but that's what is happening. Day by day, it passes away. Every time I put a meeting note, Atmanathan, 1 week is gone. Suddenly I'm seeing 19th has come. Next 26. Suddenly we thought 2023 has just now started. What is happening? 2023 is ending. Like that, life will go away. Khalo jagat bhakshakaha. The sooner we arise awake and focus on this, better it is for us. So Bhagavan says that if you cannot get Brahma Jnanam, try and focus on the process I am going to explain to you during this chapter, so that at least if you don't get Brahma Jnanam here, you will travel to Brahmaloka. So we'll take the ebook today. All of you have it downloaded? If you're not downloaded, please download. This Navaratri culminating in Vijaya Dashami, which is important for learning the Guru, the teacher. Remember them. This ebook should serve you as the guide, as the next best goal other than Brahma Jnanam to reach Brahmalokam, which is going to go beyond the 6 lokas in between. Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Suvarloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapoloka. Beyond that, like a rocket fired from the earth, how it goes to moon. Now it's going to sun also, they are saying, right? How it goes beyond all the forces and goes to the ultimate destination in space. Similarly, your Jivatma can travel beating all these 6 lokas and landing directly in NRS. No intermediate stop. Not like from going to India to US, go to Dubai or to London or Frankfurt. Directly landing in Brahmaloka. How it will happen? What is the process? Wonderful journey. Nobody can say this. Has anybody seen anything traveling after death? Any human being? Has he seen? So who is the best person who can talk about what happens to the jiva or the Sukshma Shariram after death? Only Bhagavan can say this. So let's now understand now. Now, so Bhagavan is preparing systematically for you to understand this unique concept, very rare. This is very authentic. It is not some blasphemy from somebody. Some people say some nonsense. People believe that. This is all Bhagavad Gita Shastram. Bhagavan is saying, and Bhagavan is saying based on what is being told in the Vedas. So there is a separate section in Vedas called as Upasana Kandam. Write down. Vedas have got 3 groups. Karma Kanda, Upasana Kanda, and Jnana Kanda. Lot of mantras are dedicated to Upasana, to Dhyanam. I will not even call meditation. There are thousands of Dhyanams mentioned in Vedas and even the Upanishads. The initial portion of Chandogya Upanishad, initial portion of Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, you will get bored. Hundreds of mantras dedicated only to Dhyanam. Omkara Dhyanam, how to do. So many mantras are there. So Bhagavan is taking the extract of all that and simplifying that, because Vedas are difficult to understand. It requires a lot of criteria to study systematically, lot of anushtanam you have to do to understand, learn, understand properly. So Bhagavan says, anyway, in Kali Yugam, it cannot follow all those things. So study the Bhagavad Gita. Even Bhagavad Gita, if you don't study, then there is no hope. Please understand. This is the last resort. This is the last thing that you can hold on to, like the straw. They say, no, for a man who is drowning, even a straw is good enough to try and survive. Similarly, Gita is the last straw. And if you don't even study this properly and understand properly, that's another problem. If you study Gita from internet, all the people who have never studied Upanishads or Brahma Sutras, not studied Vedanta, you'll have totally wrong interpretation. So let's see what Bhagavan is saying. Shloka number 6. So far it's clear. 1 to 5 is clear or not? Can 5 people say 1 to 5 is clear? 5 people? Pancha Pandava, Panchendriya, Pancha Mahayajna. Okay, Shloka number 6. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Yam Yam Vapi Smaran Bhavam Tyajatyante Kalevaram Tam Tamevaiti Kaunteya sada tadbhava bhavitaha.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajatyante kalevaram tam tamevaiti kaunteya sadha tadbhava bhavitaha.
Very nice. Shri Bhagavanuvacha yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajatyante kalevaram tam tamevaiti kaunteya sada tadbhava bhavitaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shloka number 5, 6, 7, everything I'm telling you from here on, all are slokas to be committed to memory 100%. Should be going on in the mind always. Then only the final moments you'll be able to remember Bhagavan. So now Bhagavan told in shloka number 5 that whoever remembers me at the time of death, the last moments, will attain my nature. So Bhagavan told my nature. My nature should be understood properly. Bhagavan's nature in a functional form is Hiranyagarbha. Who is Hiranyagarbha? Part of your infrastructure. Adhidaivam. Adhidaivam Samashti Sukshma Shariram, of which your Sukshma Shariram is a part. Can you hear that? Somebody is on unmute. Please mute yourself. Who is that? Can you please see? Okay. See, look at this. Your Sukshma Shariram reaches the destination or the place which is the abode of the Samashti Sukshma Shariram. Your individual, what? Subtle body reaches the Hiranyagarbha lokam. That is what is called as, in this, attains my nature. So you can say, sir, Bhagavan is saying my nature. Where is saying something differently? So there's nothing called as going and no merging with supreme consciousness. You are supreme consciousness, which you have to understand. One level below that is travel from here to the abode of Hiranyagarbha, Brahmalokam. So you will go there. So what is the proof? Sir, you are saying all these things. What is the proof? So Bhagavan is saying in shloka number 6. Shloka number 6 is a general principle. Shloka number 5 a specific message. What is general principle? Bhagavan says, hey Arjuna, whatever object you think during the last moments at the time of giving up your body, know that you will attain the same object in the next life. Very powerful principle. First of all, you should believe that there is life after death. I don't know how many of you believe, but at least all of you are believing, I'm sure. These are people, Nastikas, who don't believe. People who believe in life after death. People who believe there is another lokam. There is punyam, papam, dharmam, adharmam. They are called as what? Astikas. So people who don't believe are called na astika iti nastikaha. Astikas means what? Asti iti bhavaha. It exists. That's why entire Katho Upanishad starts with a wonderful question from Nachiketas to Yamadharmaraja. Asti tyeke nayam asti iti chaike. Beautifully questions. Lord Yama says, hey Yamadharmaraja, some people say that I exist or something exists with respect to the individual after death. Some others say nothing exists. Asti iti eke. When you study Upanishad, I'm telling you, the knowledge becomes extremely firm, sharp, clear. That's why I keep on saying, Upanishad is the way to go. Since it's very, very difficult, you are preparing to study of Gita before you enter the Upanishads. One has to study all the 10 Upanishads with Acharya Shankara's Bhashyam, for you to undergo this transformation. Asti iti eke. So that means what? First, you need to understand that there is something that exists after the what? Physical body perishes. Yes or no? Do you agree with me? Something exists, right? That's why even in English they say this person passed away. What is there to pass away? Fellow is in front of you, right? Oh, please understand. Even though unknowingly, the people who don't believe in no rebirth, they think this person passed away. Correct? Na Guru Prasad, American person passed away. So, an RIP. Next point. Who has to rest in peace? I'll ask a simple question. Nobody is even thinking. To that extent, our mind is going so, no, the buddhi shunyam. So that's why you say, Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Buddhi Rupena Samsthita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. Anyway, so who has to rest in peace? Ask the person who is RIP. Fellow doesn't have any consciousness. Breath has gone. Only little log it is there. Who has to rest in peace? The Sukshma Shariram that has left his body. Now this person, if he has been an adharmic person all through the life, doing all wrong things, never followed dharma, never came to the Vedic path, went into all wrong path like inner engineering, art, nonsense and all those things. This person, while dying at the last breath, will be think of something that is once again what? Adharmic. Yes or no? Like my Guruji used to say, in fact, my Swamiji used to say, Guruji is Guru. Nah. So, used to say that there was this great, Zamindar. Those days they'll give all these money lenders are there, no? Nah, NRS. They'll give money to so many people. And so some of them will not even write in any paper because if they write in paper, somebody else will know that this fellow has given so much money to this person. Because only thinking in the mind. The mind is very sharp. You see, that mind will not study Vedanta. It will be thinking how many 150 people, what money I gave to whom, when, how. So while dying, this person, what? Will think about all those things that money has given to so many different people. It seems my Swamiji used to say, when he's about to leave, the breath is about to leave, he'll call his sons and start saying, that person, I given this much money. But words will not come out. He cannot even communicate. So what happens? He goes on thinking about it. And so if he has not done any punya karma, he wants money, right? Nah. So what will happen? Next Janma, he'll become a beggar. I want money, 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 money. Please understand. So this Janma is a super rich guy. Next Janma will be born seeking money. So please understand. So there is a method to prepare his mind. What? That can think about the supreme principle, Ishvara Tattvam, at the time of death, which will lead you to that. The story of Jadabharata, you remember? That's why we give what? Vedic proof, Shruti, Yukti and Anubhavam, all three are there supporting life after death and what happens after death. And so Bhagavan says, Yadbhavam tad bhavati. Write down. Yadbhavam tad bhavati. Tam yatha yatha upaste tadeva bhavati. Vedic statement. Tam yatha yatha upaste. That means what? That which the mind thinks. Upasate means what? That which is occupying the mind. The mind is closed. Mind is close to that. Mind is occupying that. Your mind is being occupied by that. Tadeva bhavati. You become that. So please understand. It's very important statement. And so it doesn't happen suddenly. What comes naturally to you? Suppose you're touching something and there is a fire. Fire or there's something hot. What you will do? You will not remove your hand immediately. You'll have to start thinking, go study some book and then find out it is hot and then react. The reaction happens naturally, right? That is codified in your system. Please understand, that is what will come to the mind in the last breath. What has been codified in the internal system will what will appear naturally. Now you know, What should you prepare now? What should your code your mind now? You have to write the new code. Software code should be rewritten so that it becomes natural. What should happen? You should remember Bhagavan. So Bhagavan says that whatever you think during the last moments, because the breath will slowly go away. There's a process explained in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, how the life force withdraws from different aspects of the physical body. That's why speech also will go away. But the mouth will try to talk. It cannot, the words won't come out. Then only physical action also will go away. The movement also will stop. So whatever is there in the mind. So the mind is still thinking. Please understand, the mind will be thinking. When all the organs are totally getting depleted, they're no longer inactive, the mind will be thinking. And so, as I told, this person who is no interested only in money, will try to explain what all money he gave to other people. So we should not fall into that category. You should not think about any adharmic things. You should be able to focus on Bhagavan. So Bhagavan says, whatever thought occupies the mind during the last breath, one attains that very object, because Bhagavan says that is the one that this person has been steeped. Means what? Throughout the life, the most important thought, fundamental thought that has been there in the mind has been this particular object or thought. Right? So for all, not all of you, for 99.9%, money, 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 money is the only underlying principle. Correct? So if that becomes the only thought, at the time of death, only money will come. Understand what I'm saying? So if Bhagavan is the most important for us, that is why in our system, Vedic system, throughout the year, there are so many different festivals. Through festivals, they make you remember Bhagavan. In which no dharma it is there, you tell me? At least some festivals, some congregations, some getting together, because we like to meet, greet, gossip, all those things. So all those things are done. In that integration, Bhagavan is also being brought in. Somebody make a list. Starting from Ganesh Chaturthi, that started recently, till next year, how many festivals are there? Think about it. Every festival is making you remember Bhagavan or not, yes or no? Why? Because our Shastras want you to focus on that as the fundamental principle. So Bhagavan says, being always steeped in that thought, you will attain that at the, when you die, and that thought will be active in the mind, so you'll attain that after death. Clear? Huh? So very important shloka, the guiding principle. So let's look at Padavibhaga Anvaya for this shloka. I'm going to give you all one more class to download. The e-books, who has not done, please do it. That in the next class we will go through up to say shloka number 7, 8, whatever you finish today, and revise with the help of the e-books. That all this concept are all captured in pictures also. It will know a picture speaks 1,000 words. It can register in the mind. Look at, you understood shloka number 6? General principle. So what should be our firm resolve? Somehow I have to make sure that my mind attains purity, and definitely focus should be to get Brahmajnanam. If Brahmajnanam is not possible, next best is have the thought of Bhagavan at the time of death. Now, Padavibhaga Anvaya, all of you become Churka, all of you become alert. See, this Gita class will make you think, act, and then only what? Execute. Okay, now, Yam Va Api. So, this Vapi kadez. Nah, it is Va plus Api. That's why you should study Padavibhaga. Learn Sanskrit through Bhagavad Gita. No need of any Sanskrit course. I'm repeating n number of times. Waste of time for people like you, working people, working professionals, other people busy. If you want to become Sanskrit lecturer, go take Sanskrit course. I'm repeating nth time. If you don't want to become Sanskrit teacher, learn Sanskrit through Bhagavad Gita. The best way is do Padavibhaga, Anvaya. Then for all the words, if it is Namapada, do the Vibhakti, linga, vibhakti, vachana for kriya pada, all the, I've told you everything. If you keep on doing that continuously, pick up all the words, learn Subhashita, what? Study Shankara Bhashyam, become Sanskrit expert. You don't need special course. I'm repeating n number of times because by studying this, you get the Gita Shastram, Upanishad Shastram, Brahma Sutras, and also Sanskrit. Whatever way is better than this. There's no other better way. Clear? So, yam, va, api. This va is dirgham, not va. Va, api. Va plus api is vapi. Anybody? What sandhi it is? Savarna dirgha sandhi. Write down. Yam va api smaran bhavam tyajati ante kalevaram. What is kalevaram? Brush your memory. Rusted memory. Physical body. Be more clear. Physical body. Very good. Shloka also I told you. While taking medicine, tell the shloka. Anybody remembers the shloka? Sharire jarjari bhute yadhigraste kalevare oshadam jannhamitoyam vaidyo narayano harihi. So many shlokas are there for us to chant, remember throughout the day. We don't have time for this, but time for all other nonsense like inner engineering. Anyway, yam va api smaran bhavam tyajati ante kalevaram. Tam. See, yam comes, tam will come. Yaha comes, saha will come. So, tam eva eti. It is eti, not iti. Okay? Nah, feeling sleepy, huh? So, if it is eva plus iti, what will be the compound word? Eviti. So, it's eva plus eti becomes evaiti. Are you observing? See, if you study Gita properly like this, your mind will become very, very sharp. I'm telling you. I cannot keep on saying n number of times. Okay. Tam eva eti he kaunteya sada tad bhava bhavitaha. It's one compound word. Individual words are what? Tat bhava bhavitaha. But it's only one compound word. Tad bhava bhavitaha. 16 or 17 we'll discover in the Anvaya. Now look at the Anvaya. At least you all got individual words. He kaunteya smaran yam va api bhavam tyajati kalevaram ante. Up to here is 10. Tam eva eti sada tadbhava bhavitaha. 16 is the number of words. Though you should do. My Guruji used to do. Umesh Venkateshan. First, 10 varaikkum count pannu. Then you should start counting from 1 again. Because there are only till 10 fingers, Bhagavan is given. Not 20 fingers, right? Okay, now, clear, huh? PVA is clear, PVA team? Now, let's look at the meaning. Hey Kaunteya. So, Bhagavan is going very serious. Addresses, Hey Kaunteya. How many times Bhagavan has called Arjuna throughout the Bhagavad Gita? At least 50, 60 times he has called. Hey Kaunteya, Hey Partha, Hey Gudakesha, all these things, right? Hey Kaunteya. Smaran. Smaran is a continuous verb. It is not just, what? He goes, he went, she went. Going, doing, thinking. Smaran means thinking. Thinking of yam va api bhavam. Yam, whatever. Whatever. Like it's emphasis yam. Whatever. That means what? Each one has got different thought, right? A lot of you are going to think about Bhagavan. Nah. So each one is going to think about different things. So Bhagavan is saying, whatever, thinking of whatever, yam va. Actually, yam va. this or that or that or this or that way. Va means or. Okay. Api. Api means what? Definitely whatever. Definitely whatever bhavam. Bhavam means object. Bhavati iti bhavam. That which is manifested, that which is present is called bhavam. So, smaran yam yam vapi bhavam. Thinking of whatever object, tyajati. Tyajati means what? Gives up. One gives up. What? You're not going to give up money. I told you that dhanam is totally, Greek and Latin for us. So, one gives up what? Kalevaram, this body. So I keep saying, whether you like it or not, want it or not, you have to give up this body one day. Once in a way, we'll think about it during Gita class. After Gita class, what is that? So, whether you want it or not, it will go away from you. That's why Swamiji used to say, Omkaranda used to say, in Aras, that means what? Now itself. Now itself you dissociate from physical body, use it as an instrument. I'll give a small example. Suppose you're very fond of a pen. Guru is fond of this mobile, iPhone. See, he was traveling in a train. Suddenly it got stolen away. He was not bothered. And approached it coolly and he got it back. It's a different thing. But when it was lost, what happened? No impact in the mind. Yes or no? It has been dissociated from you. So no impact in the mind. Why? Because mentally you are dissociated. Physically use it. Physically use everything, but mentally don't get connected. Similarly, physically use this body. Mentally be dissociated. This is Vedanta. Not easy, correct? No, difficult, right? But you have to practice. That is the goal of life. So when you practice this systematically, when this physical body dissociates from you, that means what? In fact, Bhagavan says, you are giving the physical body. Yeah, the physical body already dissociates. That's why you should think like that. Okay. So, yam yam vapi bhavam tyajati smaran. Thinking of whatever object a person gives up, kalevaram, this body. That's why this Trambaka mantram is there, no? You all don't know the meaning. Trambakam me jamahe sugandhim pushtibarthanam urvarukami vabandhana nrityor mukshiyamamritat. Very powerful mantra, a lot of deep meaning. Remind me in the next Mahashivratri, I'll explain, not today. Anyway, connected with this only. Anyway, so whatever object you think of, when you give up this body, Bhagavan is in third person. When one gives up the body, what happens? Ante. Don't give up body suddenly. Sir, life is very, very, a lot of people do that, no? What? Life is very, frustrating, stress, anxiety, tension. Some people end up what? Giving up the physical body forcibly. Never ever even think of giving up the physical body forcibly, come what may. Because that is the most dangerous thing you can do to yourself, because that is not the end of your existence. The death is the beginning of the next existence. The violent death will be very dangerous. Please understand that. That is why one of our prayers always is what? Amayasena maranam vina daityena jivanam. Kripaya dehi me shambho devi, whatever you want to pray. Anayasena maranam vina daityena jivanam. That means what? Without any difficulty I should be living, and while dying I should have no what? Anayasama panam. You say no? So don't even entertain any thoughts. See, some psychologist has written, it seems everybody has got at least once in their life some thought. What is this of life? Yes or no? Sometimes they get it, seems. They say not continuously. So don't allow the thought to be entertained also. Nip it in the bud. If you meet anybody, if anybody thinks about all these things, first say, people don't understand. There are so many miseries in the world. Compared to all the miseries, what we are undergoing is nothing. Let me tell you. I don't want to say you're all reading newspaper, already mobile connected 24/7. You know what is happening in different parts of the world, yes or no? So what is there? Some small thing happens, getting upset. Huh? So Bhagavan says, think of whatever object, one gives what is that what naturally. Huh? Put it in bracket so that no, it's all dharmic way. Tam eva. Tam yam came, no? Tam. That verily, that very what? Eva, write down bracket bhavam. That very object. Eti means one attains. Eti means one attains. What? Sada tadbhava bhavitaha. So write down now. There are three parts to this sloka. Understand properly. He kaunteya smaran yam vapi bhavam tejati kalevaram ante. Means what? Think of whatever object one gives up the body at the time of death. Tam eva. That very object eti. One attains. Second group. Why? The third group, the third part of the sloka gives the justification. Sada tadbhava bhavitaha. Sada means what? Nah. Sada means what? Sada means always. Correct. Abba. Sadananda. That's why you say Sadananda means what? Person always happy. Are we Sadanandam? Sanandam, Sadanandam, we say. Vedanta. Sadanandam kadayade. Sada we are bothered about something else occupying our mind. Sada being always tadbhava bhavitaha. Steeped in that thought. Tadbhava means what? That particular thought, bhavitaha. Always engaging the mind in that thought. I keep saying, what is the first thing that comes to your mind in the morning when you get up? What is the first thing that comes? Think about it. You don't need to tell now. That is what is naturally always happening. If you get up and say, 99% will another day. Correct? That means what? Mind has not reached coffee. Sundaram. When you get up, coffee. Let's say all this bed coffee, nonsense all has started, right? Even before coffee comes, something else is coming. Why coffee? Because something else, no, is there in the mind. Cooking idea. Correct. What to cook today? So many things are coming. See, even before all that, there is some initial thought. That is a natural thought. That's why I keep saying the moment you get up from your what? Deep sleep to dream, to get up to the waking state. Ratasmarami hridhi samspuradatma tattvam karagre Lakshmi, and start the day. Even if the mind is trying to wander, bring it back to the thought of Bhagavan. So, begin with Bhagavan's thought. End the night when you go to bed, what? Karacharana kratamba, kayajam, karmajamba, chant the shloka. And then that means what? At least when you are awake, think about Bhagavan. Very rarely Bhagavan comes in the dream. Some people, no, they say Bhagavan came in a dream. And again, and Bhagavan came to me in dream and taught me something. Let me tell you, Vedanta or Brahma Jnanam should be learned only from a physical teacher, physical guru. Even the person came the greatest Mahan. You cannot learn Brahma Jnanam either through Bhagavan in the dream or through what? Any great Mahan in the dream. Please understand that. So having the thought of Bhagavan coming in dream is fine. It is punyam. But that cannot give you Brahma Jnanam. Clear? So is sloka number 6 clear? What? It is justifying that whatever you think of, you will be born as that, because that is the thought occupying the mind. So with what? During this Navaratri, sincere prayers to Durga Saraswati, let us make sure that the thought of Bhagavan always is preoccupied in our mind. We'll end this class and then today we'll see who is going to chant. Gita Samasakam Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shiva Subramani. Okay.
ओम श्री परमात्मने नमः। श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता भक्ति योगो नाम द्वादशोऽध्यायः। अर्जुन उवाच एवं सततयुक्ता ये भक्तास्त्वां पर्युपासते ये चाप्यक्षरमव्यक्तं तेषां के योगवित्तमाः। श्रीभगवानुवाच मय्यावेश्य मनो ये मां नित्ययुक्ता उपासते श्रद्धया परयोपेताः ते मे युक्ततमामताः। ये त्वक्षरमनिर्देश्यम् अव्यक्तं पर्युपासते सर्वत्र गमचिन्त्यं च कूटस्थमचलं ध्रुवम् सन्नियम्येन्द्रियग्रामं सर्वत्र समबुद्धयः ते प्राप्नुवन्ति मामेव सर्वभूतहिते रताः। क्लेशोऽधिकतरस्तेषाम् अव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखम् देहवद्भिरवाप्यते ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्पराः अनन्येनैव योगेन मां ध्यायन्त उपासते तेषामहं समुद्धर्ता मृत्युसंसारसागरादि भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ मय्यावेशितचेतसाम्। हरि ओम्।
Excellent chanting, Shiv Subramani. So even here, Bhagavan is reminding, even in the 12th chapter, that focus on me. In fact, the next slokam, Mayeva mana adhatsva, Mayi buddhim niveshya. So, nimesha. So all this, Bhagavan is coming back again. And how to focus on the thought of Bhagavan at the time of death. So let us continue. The next class, Saturday evening, India time. It's Friday night, US time. By the time, expect all of you downloaded what? The ebook, 8 chapter ebook, and we'll study with that. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Unmute yourself. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Unmute yourself. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Tatsate. Krishna 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 Shubhamastu. Samasta Sanmangalani Bhutyaeta Hari Om Narayana. Somebody can post all this set of slokas in the vision group, which can be distributed to everybody. We'll chant all this during this 4 classes we have got during this Navaratri. We'll chant all this slokas. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om.